The first time I ever got a client from a YouTube video, I had less than 100 subscribers. The first time I ever had a brand sponsor a video on my YouTube channel, I had less than 1,000 subscribers. And in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through how you can also start getting brand partnerships. My name's Jess, and if you are new here, I'd love for you to subscribe. I post weekly videos for business owners like you to help you save time and look good online. And by the end of today's video, you are gonna be ready to start pitching brands to sponsor your videos. If you look around my channel, you'll notice I don't have that many sponsored videos, and that is kind of intentional because that's not the reason I started a YouTube channel. I wasn't out here to just get sponsor after sponsor after sponsor. I wanted to create this YouTube channel to help my audience and my clients, and it does, and it also helps me get clients as well. So I don't really need the brand sponsorships as a way to make money, but it is nice. So every once in a while, if I feel like there's a particular topic that a certain brand would be a great fit for, that's when I'll reach out and pitch a partnership or a sponsorship for a video. And no, today's video is not sponsored. So let's dive in. First, you need to look at what products, services, or apps your audience already uses or is interested in using, because you want to make sure that you are talking about something that's actually going to benefit your audience. And at the same time, it also really needs to make sense for your own content. Like, I probably have a lot of followers who would benefit from using HelloFresh. That has nothing to do with what I talk about though. After you've compiled the list, I would actually recommend making a video that mentions that product or even showcases part of it. So for example, I made a video about creating a WordPress website using Flywheel as your WordPress host. After I made that video, I reached out to Flywheel and said, hey, would you be interested in sponsoring a video on my channel about WordPress hosting? I've actually talked about Flywheel before in this video. Because I had a great online presence, I was reputable, I had talked about them before, and I had a strong following that would also really benefit from their services, they chose to sponsor a video. So then I made a video all about Flywheel and why they are a great WordPress host. And that right there is why I don't have a problem getting YouTube sponsors. I already talked about Flywheel, will continue to talk about Flywheel regardless if they would have sponsored that video or not. I only get sponsors for products that I would have already mentioned on my channel anyway. Going back to that Flywheel video, when I pitched them, I again mentioned that I'd already talked about Flywheel, was already an affiliate for them, and actually used the product myself. But as a sponsor, what they really care about is who's gonna be watching the video. So I gave them information about my audience, how many people are on my email list, how many people follow me online, who I typically work with in my business. While brands care about you and them being a good fit, they also really care about who's going to be watching that video. So that's why it's important to talk about products that your audience already uses or would be potentially interested in starting to use. In that pitch email to Flywheel, I also made sure to mention some topic ideas. That way they knew I was prepared and what I was going to talk about, but I also gave them some wiggle room. So I said, you know, if you have other ideas, if there's a particular feature you want me to highlight, I'm happy to do that. That way they still had some wiggle room on their end. And then lastly, the most important part is having a contract. This is so important because there's an exchange of money and services, so you need to make sure both parties are protected. My contract included what I would be talking about, when it would be posted, and how I would be promoting it on social media, because that was also part of our deal, is that I would obviously be sharing it to my audience on social media. P.S. If you need a contract for that, I have one down in the description. And I know you might be wondering how I charged for this brand sponsorship. I totally had to guess because there was no help online for figuring out what to charge. I found one really old calculator thing and it told me I could charge $13 for a brand sponsorship. And I said no. Even though I don't work hourly, I have kind of an idea of what I would charge if I did do hourly work. So then I took that and estimated how long it would take to come up with the video, record it, edit it, all that kind of fun stuff. And that's kind of how I came up with my price. I think brand collaborations are a great way to add more revenue into your business. So just make sure that it really actually fits your channel and you're not just randomly promoting all these different products. I actually have more video ideas down in the description below if you need those, and more social media and YouTube tips over here.